Okay, so this is gonna be short, and I expect to get some hate. I'm not excited about the new Lion King movie. And in fact, I think it's gonna suck. Hold your keyboards. Let me explain. Now, I love Lion King. It's one of my favorite movies. Not even Disney movies, just movies in general. The animation is so fluid and expressive, the songs are catchy and fun, and every last one of them are memorable. So how could I not be excited about this, and how can I judge it before I see it? Well, I'm just going off what Disney's already given me, and I'm not impressed. I think only one of the Disney remakes have actually been good, and the rest have sucked. Now, let me be clear about this. The movie isn't going to bomb. I don't believe that for a second. I think it will make a sickeningly large amount of money, but not for good reasons. Disney can't ride the nostalgia train forever, but they are milking that sow for all she's worth. This movie is clearly going to be in the same vein as the 2017 Beauty and the Beast. The power of nostalgia is definitely going to get butts in seats, but it's going to be stretched over to 2 hours, pad itself out with crap that's unnecessary to the plot, built up to nothing, and the little things they add or changed with characters will build up and make it worse. Keep in mind that I've seen the Broadway version twice in my life, plus intermission. That bitch is 3 hours long, and I still prefer that to this. Now, I'm not a difficult person to please. I think when you do a remake, make it different enough that I'm not constantly comparing it to the original in the back of my mind. When you do what is basically a shot-for-shot remake, you can easily get a Psycho situation. No, not the 1960s version. People liked that one. I mean the other one. Yeah, the 1998 version. You remember that? Bet you fucking don't, because everyone thought it sucked. Why? Because they literally made it so you couldn't do anything but compare it to the original. So what could you focus on but the actors not being anywhere near as good? Now, what I think is going to be the main reason this movie is going to suck is going to be the same reason why people are drawn to it other than the nostalgia factor. The animation. And before you say it, I don't think it looks bad. The opposite, in fact. I think it looks phenomenal. When you compare this to the Jungle Book remake, the only one I think is good, the animators clearly stepped up their game in the last 3 years. It's so photorealistic, I wouldn't be surprised in the future if we haven't killed off these wonderful creatures in real life, that nature documentaries could be made with this. I believe that people are going to be so blown away by how realistic it looks that they won't realize that because of the realism, we're losing 99% of the facial expressions that should be there. Looking at a few random images from the movie, like Scar, look how deliciously evil he is in his plan to kill Mufasa. Look at Sarabi, throwing shade at these hyenas with that side eye. Now look at the new character models. Yeah, I don't think with these new looks, it's going to translate well. Look at Zazu. He's supposed to be played by John Oliver, a very funny man, and his character model looks like a bird. Now, I don't know about you, but birds aren't known for their expressive nature. Have you ever seen a pigeon? And could you tell what they were thinking? Of course not. Pigeons look stupid. They actually aren't, but look at any pigeon and you will think this is a dumb animal. The only animal model I expect any sort of expression out of, but won't get a lot of screen time, is Rafiki. But that's only because he's a mandrill. I expect that at all because monkeys and apes do use facial expressions to communicate with each other other than just body language, unlike all the other animals here. And the body language I'm not too excited about either. A recent clip was dropped of Hakuna Matata. You know, the most brightly colored, bouncy song and the most memorable song out of the entire thing. Cartoon Brew did a comparison of the two movies and yeah, it don't look great. They're just walking. A lot of walking. Yep, totally an upgrade from this bouncy animation showing off all the fun they're having with their laissez-faire lifestyle. Now for the second aspect of the movie I'm not too excited about, and I expect to get some hate on this. Beyonce. I'm not excited. Now before I get comments saying, how dare I not be excited about Queen Bee? Hear me out. Just hear me out. I don't think she's gonna do a bad job singing. It's Beyonce. She's gonna do wonderfully. I'm sure to snag that Best Original Song nomination, they're gonna give her a solo, and I know it won't feel nearly as scotch tape together as Nevermore was. Whether or not the placement of the song itself is as tacked on as Nevermore remains to be seen. Shut up! The part where I'm not excited is the voice acting. Now, I'm not saying she's bad. I've heard bad voice acting, but some of the few things she's done, it's not phenomenal. The last animated anything she was in was Epic, a painfully average film. And before that, it was Wow Wow Wubsy? Seriously? How the hell did they do that? For several episodes, no less. In 2009, she was still riding the hype of single ladies. Okay. Anyway, her strength seems to be in live action where she can be physical. She was great in Dreamgirls, really good in Obsessed, I don't know how many people still remember that movie, and funny in the second Austin Powers movie. But when she's behind a mic and she has to act just from that, her performances are forgettable at best. Going back to Dreamgirls, I've seen that movie a million times, and when I watch it, I see Dina Jones. I don't see Beyonce playing Dina Jones. Looks like Beyonce, definitely sings like Beyonce, but her acting was so good that I didn't see Beyonce, I saw the character. And I still just see the character. This is where my worries lie. I don't want to watch Nala and just be reminded in the back of my mind, this is Beyonce, this is Beyonce, this is Beyonce. I want Nala to act and sound like Nala, not Beyonce is just playing Nala. Which is the same problem I'm sure to encounter with Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen sound like Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen don't sound like Pumbaa. Which I might be able to ignore if Disney makes him funny in this. Seth Rogen's a funny man, Disney. Don't screw it up. So those are my main concerns with the movie. The realism they go for, losing what made the animation so iconic in the original in the first place, and the celebrity voices just reminding me of who they are in real life, distracting me from the actual characters. What are your concerns with the new Lion King? Tell me in the comments below. Bye-bye!
My heart is full of hatred and loathing for your ugly faces and stupid